discover your own routine, and then now it feels like a model that you can trust. You have to really keep yourself protected from becoming emotionally stimulated by your ability. And it needs to be boring. It needs to be monotonous. It needs to be like a business. Yeah, sure, I'm going to do all this stuff, and that might yield me X amount of dollars if I do it correctly. But you're not focused on that. Because in the beginning stages, you want this to be so routine and so dry and boring. You can't be emotional about it. It's just making money or managing losses. That's it. You have to reduce it to that. And that's what a business does. They're not in the business of worrying about if they're still going to be in business. They're not doing that. They made money with a business model and they stick to it. And what you're doing with this is you're starting your own business model, Caleb. You have to think about it like that. And everybody that you allow to influence you or have an interaction with you, they're all going to tell you something that is ass backwards. You know who I am. You see what I do. You see how we lived. You know everything. I'm your dad. Everybody else's opinion and the horseshit head up their ass perspective, everybody else is talking from ignorance. Okay? You see this. You've watched it. And you were trying to get serious about it. You want to learn how to do it correctly. Like I promised you, you cannot go quickly through this. And it's going to seem boring. It's going to feel like I don't want to do this part. I just want to get in there and push a button. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's what a man thinks. That's a barbarian or gladiator perspective. I need to learn by losing real money or trading with real money. No, you don't, you stupid asshole. That's an asshole's perspective. That's somebody that's a fucking idiot. That's someone that's fucking clueless. And I promise you, they are not making money. And I'm talking about living on your ass, doing whatever the fuck you want to do kind of money. That's a mentorship that doesn't know shit's mentality. I had to learn how to trade with real money, even if it's a small account. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And many times it's coming from the mouths of people that don't prove they can do anything. They don't even get out there and call it before it happens, let alone trade it with real money. So you have to guard your mind from all these other people, because these people, they're going to want to use you as a way of finding significance in themselves. I had to tell Cody. I had to tell Cameron. I had to tell Caleb. I had to tell his youngest son what to do. I had to coach him because ICT, his dad, was telling him wrong. I had to put him on point. All of you assholes out there are just wanting to have that opportunity to say something to him, like you somehow fixed him or you gave him this little edge. And you all know shit. You know nothing. You absolutely know nothing. You have no accolades, but you want to feel significant because you want to feel like you did something. You made an installment in ICT's son. And that's what you have to guard yourself from on an individual basis. Because as soon as you say you're trying to study what I teach, everybody's going to come at you and tell you why you shouldn't do it. Or it's a complicated thing. No, it's work. It's not an indicator, push a button when it tells you, here, it's a buy or sell, when you don't know what the hell that was all about. What's the logic behind that? Nobody will tell you. Because to do that, they're giving you proprietary information that creates that black box scenario where it's a flashing Lux algo that does this and does that. What's the methodology behind it? And you're going to trust that versus what your own experience doing something based on time and experience and seeing the fruits of it. The next 4 weeks or so, you have an experiment. It's very easy. And you'll never have to waste any more time, ever. If it doesn't make sense to you, if you can't see it, don't ever expect to learn from me. Don't ever watch my videos. And just, for you, Caleb, just expect that you're going to work the rest of your life. Because this is as simple as it gets. That's it. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. Why would it go up? It's going to go towards relative equal highs. Or it's going to go down to relative equal lows. And if they're not obvious in the chart, what do? Well, you force a trade. That's what you do. Shit. If you can afford 10 contracts or 15 contracts, you do as much as you can. No, you don't do anything. You sit on your hands, turn the charts off and say, okay, this is not obvious today. It's not obvious. If it's not obvious, why are you risking money? Casinos operate on the basis of it's obvious that people are going to come there with money. It's obvious that the odds are stacked in their favor. It's obvious that people will not quit when they're up, when they're in profit. They will not stop trading, or I'm sorry, they will not stop betting or gambling because the bug bit them. Oh man, I'm up $5,000. I only came here with $250. Gertrude, hey, we're gonna have a steak dinner tonight, but I'm coming back down afterwards. I feel like I'm gonna make a real big run. Yeah, you're gonna run home, fucking broke, but you had a good steak dinner. If I would have just stopped, right? Here, it's the same thing. You have to know when the odds are in your favor. And when it's so obvious, it's so easy. That's what I'm pointing out this stuff. And I'm telling people, look at this. Look at that. Look at this. I'm not every single day in Tanja's live stream or in Trades by Matt. I'm listening to both of them. It's like background noise until I hear something that's either funny or something that gets my attention or whatever. Or if I'm waiting for a specific trade setup, I'll go to their chat and I'll see if they're in love with something that's opposed to what I'm doing, and then I'll use them as sentiment. Not them particular, the live streamers, but their audience, that they allow for their open discussion of what they think is going to happen. And the more cheerleading they think, or the more backbiting they think for someone else that has an opinion that may be similar to mine, I am much more emboldened by my trade idea because of that very thing. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but I've taught this openly. I use social media as a sentiment gauge, and if I have a trade idea, or I expect the market to draw to a specific level, and the general public that doesn't think like I teach, if they're diametrically opposed to that, to me, that's the surest thing there is. Like I have no doubts that it's going to pan out then. And then what do? I share it publicly. I'll go into their chat and I'll say, look at this, or note this. And then all of a sudden the people are like, oh, look, it's ICT, he's here. And then the people that are not looking at me like a celebrity, and they're like, okay, he just co-signed, let's watch and see if it goes there. And they're like, damn, he just did it again. Their mind, they understand the plan. They understood the assignment. Oh, ICT just tipped his hand. This is where it's going, guys. But everybody else is talking to me like, hey, ICT, how you doing? Hey, ICT, how you feeling? Hey, ICT, how you doing on the Robbins Cup? Hey, ICT, remember that guy that said this about you, blah, blah, blah? We saw some really interesting things about him. All that stuff is not minding your own business. All that chatter, that's all wasted time. I'm not reading everybody's comment. I don't have time for that. I'm looking for keywords. If I'm bearish, I want people to talk about being bullish. I'm going long, or I'm long this. Man, I love that. I love that. But if I have a trade idea that I'm not all that terribly excited about, where I think it's still in the early stages of developing, and I see so much chatter that's very similar to what I'm expecting, I'm not taking that trade. What? Yeah, I'm not taking that trade. Because if the street money's in alignment with what I'm thinking, and it's already a lukewarm idea anyway, I'm going to side on the fact that I'm probably wrong. I'll just stand out. And there's a few times, and it's not many, but it's a few times where I stayed out because of that, and it ran without me. And that's okay. I can sleep good with that. What I don't like is if I use them as opposing sentiment. And it's not just these two live streamers. So don't think I'm ganging up on them. I have respect for both of them. I've pushed both their channels. I think they have the moxie to stand out there in front of people. They push the button in front of people. They tell you what their opinions are. It's, to me, it's incredible to do, because I personally would not do that. I wouldn't do it. Frankly, none of you deserve it. Two, it's just not in my character to do it, because I will think about if I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong on this trade. I knew people were putting money behind it. And if I lose, they lost. And I'm going to worry about their money, not mine. Who's in charge of the trade? My emotions. So I can't function that way. It's not that I can't trade. It's just I can't trade with that type of pressure where if I'm wrong and I can take that loss, you might not be in a situation where you can. And you probably over leveraged your funded account, hoping to get your thing passed in one day because I took a trade that made it public. So I worry about those types of things. I don't want that problem of having to worry about that. When I put a trade on, I don't care. It's either going to work or it's not. And I'm devoid of any emotion about it. But if I have other people that can coattail, I don't want that because it becomes a burdensome thing for me.